Hey guys, welcome back. Teaching your first class. What do you need to know? Well, I'll never forget my very first class. And I was nervous as all get out. I was shaking. I was all the things, right? I was overwhelmed. I was stressed. I was running around with sweaty armpits, not having a clue as what would happen and how everything was going to turn out. And I was worried that my students were going to ask me questions that I had no idea what the answer was. And guess what? Like, that happened. And I was able to give her a question, give her an answer, even though I felt very unqualified with those answers. But I learned a big lesson with that is I have got to prepare, but I also have to just put it out there and say I'm going to do it regardless of my fears, regardless of the overwhelm. I knew that I was doing the right thing. It was the next right step in my business. And sometimes you just have to do it scared, and you just have to do it and push those fears aside. That first class that I taught it right in my home. I had 12 people sign up for this class. I had 2 tables of 6 people in my home learning about cookie decorating, and it was equal parts exciting, stressful, right? Very eye-opening. And looking back on it, I realized how many things that I thought had to be perfect for it to go well, but really, like, those things turned out to not be that important. And what mattered was creating this amazing experience for my students with laughter and fun and beautiful cookies and just a fun experience for them. So if you're thinking about teaching your first class, I want to share with you some of the biggest lessons that I really wish someone would have told me before I got started. So the number one thing is you don't have to have it all perfect. And the truth is, your students are not coming for this perfection cookie class, right? They're not looking for a Pinterest-worthy setup. They're not looking for cookies that are flawless. They're not looking for a table that looks like it just came out of Pinterest or Southern Living magazine, right? They are coming for the experience. They signed up to learn from you, and they want to laugh. They want to learn. They want to have fun and be able to take home these cookies and that they are proud of, that they were excited for, and that they want to eat too, right? And even if they don't turn out perfect, which they won't turn out perfect, we want to let go of that perfection, and we want to focus on creating these amazing experiences and have a welcoming space for our students. Number 2 thing that I wish someone would have told me before I got started was it's okay if people ask you questions that you are expecting and you don't know the answers to. Like I mentioned in my first class, I panicked when someone asked me about icing consistency, and actually it was about buttercream icing. And here we were decorating with royal icing, and I was super nervous because I felt like, as the professional, that I needed to have all of the answers to all of their questions about decorating and so on and so forth, right? And so I wasn't prepared for that, but I knew going into it, hey, they might ask some questions that I don't know the answers to, and that is okay. I'm not going to know the answer to everything, and that's going to be okay. I realize that your students are not expecting you to know every single answer, right? They just want guidance and they want encouragement. So keep it simple with your responses. You can say, that's a great question. If you don't know it, you can say, I don't know the answer to that, but I would love to get that answer to you and do a little more research. Or if you're like, hey, this, I may not know the answer, but this is what worked for me. This is how I was able to achieve XYZ, right? And that really goes a long way. And they're going to trust you even more when you are just honest with them. Number 3 lesson that I learned that I wish someone would have told me before I started teaching classes was prep and confidence go hand in hand. Okay, so when you feel prepared and you feel like you were just walking into your class, that you have it set up well, that you have done all the things to be prepared, your confidence is going to be right up there with your preparation. And so when you have your cookies designed well, you know what cookie you're starting with, you know the process and the flow that you're going to be doing in your class, you have everything set up, ready to go. Your confidence when you're teaching that class is going to skyrocket, and it's going to show to your students. They're going to be able to see that, and they're going to trust you even more with these experiences, with the classes, especially as they come back over and over again. So the smoother that you're set up, the more mental space you will have to actually enjoy teaching. And the last and final thing that I wish someone would have told me before I started teaching classes was don't reinvent the wheel. Okay, use templates. This is huge because there's so many different options out there of what cookie themes you can do, what designs you could do, what colors combinations that you can do. But I want you to keep it simple, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel, and it's okay to use templates. My first class took me hours to plan because I was building everything from scratch. I was searching the cookie cutter websites to find just the perfect size cutters, the ones that go together. I was looking at color combinations and color palettes on Pinterest of what I could do with those color combinations and what we could create, and to be able to make sure that I had some easy cookies and some like beginner friendly cookies. And I remember it taking me hours to plan all that out and to sketch it out and to look at it and then create those cookies and then take all the pictures. And then once I did that, I had to do all of the promotional piece of it, of marketing that class, of getting people to come to the class. And I want to tell you that templates can save you so much time and money and headache and overwhelm, right? So it reduces the stress, and it really allows you to focus on that class. The thing that you love the most, that you want to share with your students, is your love of cookies. So it allows you to really embrace that and put your energy towards what can't be in a template, what can't be manufactured. And that's your excitement and your encouragement for your cookies. So make sure that you are not reinventing the wheel, that you're using it, those amazing resources that you have. If you want those resources to you, we do have a program called Cookie Classes to Cash that gives you 2 brand new classes every single month, plus a library of over 50 classes that you can pick from to teach. And so we do all of the hard work for you so that you don't have to. So teaching your first class, I want you to know it's not going to be perfect. No matter how much you plan and how much you prep and how much time you spend on it, it won't be perfect. It may be near perfect, but it will be, number one, it will be memorable. And you are going to grow with every single class that you teach. You will see, just as your students do their first cookie and they see the huge improvement to their last cookie that you have in that class, you're going to be able to see the same improvement as you teach over and over again. From your first cookie class that you teach to years later or months later, you'll be able to see that progression of how you've gotten better. You're able to really teach with a great flow, and your students will be coming back over and over again to your classes. So if you are ready to skip the guesswork and you want to start strong, I want to encourage you to go sign up for our workshop that I'm teaching, Cookie Class Workshop, that I'm teaching October 5th. Would love to see you inside. It's going to be a great workshop to give you those foundational pieces to start teaching a cookie class, talking about pricing, payment and registration. How do you get a venue? Where can you teach classes? And what does that class flow need to look like and be? So see the information below so that you can join the workshop. It is a free workshop. We want to see you there October the 5th at 7 p.m. So I can't wait to see you in there. Let me know how we can help you, and I can't wait for you to start teaching your classes and to see that growth and in your business. Thanks so much, guys, for being here. I'll see you guys next time.